Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we have any audio? If I haven't clicked something wrong. Yes, thank you. Hello, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it's time for the noon edition of Welcome to My World. This is the third day of March, and it's a real Freaky Friday. We've got members of the FOMAC that have been speaking this morning, and then at 1 o'clock in an hour, Mrs. Yellen is supposed to speak. They seem to be tuning up the planet for the idea that they will raise the interest rates in 2 weeks when they make their announcement. So mid-March is their next meeting. And this could get a little volatile depending on what she has to say. But then it's Friday, so just be very, very careful of that 1 o'clock timeline. Gold has sold off significantly in the last couple of days in anticipation that she will likely raise these interest rates. So just stay alert is the key word here. The YM had a nice trend this morning, and it looks like it may have been a little stronger or a little easier to trade. TF has spent some time chopping around in a range, but that doesn't mean you couldn't trade it if you got in at the right time. Bonds I thought were a little difficult to trade this morning. They're really nice when they trend, but that wasn't quite the case today. So the crude oil seems to be moving up on news that the Saudis have discounted the price of oil that they're selling to Asia in order to retain market share. Their move to run the U.S. shalers out of business didn't work out quite as well as they planned. So now they're still looking for big market share. And when the Saudis do those kinds of things, it does have an effect on the way the crude oil market responds, although Brent has not done anything very significant. It's just been kind of floating along. Doesn't seem to want to get in gear one way or the other. So Monday's going to be kind of an interesting day for all these markets because it will come after the markets have absorbed the Saudi news, and definitely after they have absorbed around the world what Mrs. Yellen may have to say at 1 o'clock. The U.S. is being watched really closely in their financial markets, particularly. The yen has sold off significantly yesterday. Not so much today, although it has drifted down. But the currencies might get a little volatile too. So if you like to trade the Nadex and those pairs, either in spreads or binaries, you might have some real nice opportunities coming up. Anyway, the VIX is still not getting very excited. It's below 12 again, and no sign that it wants to get going any other way. So those are just things we'll have to watch and see. I thought of something I meant to mention yesterday, and I completely forgot it when I was talking about. This is one more thing to add to the confusion, but I was talking about the Nadex platform. Start over again. rewind. I was talking about the NinjaTrader platform and the use of it for live trading in futures, and how you have to have a brokerage account. You have to purchase or lease the NinjaTrader platform, which is provided free in demo but not in live. One thing I forgot to mention to you, we do have traders in this room that like to trade what's called spot Forex, and that is the Forex pairs, whereas the Nadex has the binaries and spreads on those pairs. You can actually trade those pairs if you prefer, and some people in this room do prefer to do that. Everything for NinjaTrader applies, but you will have to have a separate account with a brokerage for the purpose of trading spot Forex. So you need one live account to trade futures and a second live account to trade Forex. I believe NinjaTrader can accommodate that. Their preferred provider was FXCM, and they got in a little bit of trouble with the SEC and got shut down. So Forex, the spot Forex, is a completely different animal, and it is traded mostly by the big banks around the world, and so as such, there's not a significant means of regulation for it. But the SEC does their best in the U.S. The issue is that unlike when we trade futures contracts, the brokerage house is unable to see where your trades are. They sit on the servers, and so it's virtually impossible for them to trade against you. That's not the case in Forex. Whoever your brokerage is can definitely see where the big money is, and if you're in that pile, they can trade against you. That's what cost FXCM their entire business. They got caught doing that, and it is definitely not a cool thing to do. So what it does is it disadvantages the retail trader. So keep in mind that there are some safeguards that protect us as small retail traders, and it's a really good thing because now we have the technology to trade and trade well against professional big-time traders. And if you haven't really thought this through, you might want to think about the really big houses like the banks and the mutual funds and the hedge fund managers and the huge amounts of money. They do not have the technology that we have. So they are, while they're putting on way bigger trades, they're not doing it with 1/10 the accuracy that we have available to us. So we definitely have an advantage. It's probably the first time in forever, maybe the last 5 to 8 years, that the small retail trader is really at an advantage. This is a super good time. And you might remember, if you're trading futures contracts, when you take profit on your contract in live, you've gone up against the best traders in the world and beat them. So if that doesn't give you a little bit of confidence, it really should. It is a great advantage to be doing this now. So anyway, this is also the first couple days of the trading month of March. So be sure you're real clear with yourself. You have your goals written down, what you want to accomplish this month. Where are you? This is the last month of the first quarter. So at the end of March, you need to be 25% through your trading year. And realize that at the end of March, then you reevaluate so you understand what you're going to be faced with for the second quarter, and make sure that what you're accomplishing is going to get you where you want to be by the end of the year. Don't sit there and fiddle around and wait until the last 6 weeks of the year and say, "Oh, gee, I think I want to get this in gear." No, you have to have a written plan, a business plan. Operate your trading like a business. It will pay you like a business. If you think this is a video game and stuff, that's fine, but don't expect it to really to get anywhere for you, because it's not going to. It will treat you exactly as you treat it. Very clear about that. So anyway, the weekends are always a good time to spend a little time with your business plan and double check all your figures and your numbers and the markets you're trading, and see where you can improve, and find the stuff that's really, really working for you, and keep doing that. For heaven's sakes, keep doing that. Don't branch off out into other things. I think Craig has said that he only watches 3 markets at a time, finds that's plenty. I watch 4, that's more than enough. I don't know how many Aaron watches, and I know right now poor Lori doesn't count. She's got so many things on her monitors that she's what she's doing, though, is making sure that as we transfer into Ninja 8.0, because we're all on 7.0, at least the indicators that we're using are on 7.0. But as we make that transition, that it will be as seamless as it is possible to make it. So she's got programmers that she's working with, and this should be ready to at least get out to beta testers very soon, hopefully within a couple of weeks. So good things are coming, but boy, you talk about minding your P's. This patience thing is really much. Yeah, Lori is driving Ben nuts. Yes, sirree. Poor Ben wants to go home. He's having a hard time because they keep dumping more stuff on him. But anyway, this will all get done. And believe me, it couldn't happen fast enough to suit any of us. I know that. So hang in there. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. And watch for Mrs. Yellen now in about 45 minutes. See what happens. And I'll see